Let's talk about Revolution. For some reason, I couldn't get into 0 Hour. I tried everything, refreshing the app, everything, but it wouldn't let me in. And then it kept giving me an error message. So I got on the tail end of this 21-man battle royal, only to see Jack Perry take it. So, and you know how I feel about Jack Perry. All F's, capital F's in the chat for Jack Perry. Ricochet, get your shit together. Get your title back, bro. FTR and Bucks for the tag team, championship, AEW tag team championship. This is a great match. I really didn't want to see the whole family thing from the Bucks, trying to make it all sentimental. I wanted to get right to the action, get active. And that's what happened. It seems like Nick, he got busted open, like just walking in the ring. I don't know. And then Dak shortly after. I don't know what that was about. In the end, my boys retained FTR. And then we saw Cage and Cope come out. And somewhat of a face-off with the Bucks, so that's potentially a future match. But we're definitely going to see Cage and, Cope go for these tag team titles against FTR, especially with the history they've had in the last year. We had Shafir and Tony go at it next. Unfortunately, Shafir, I was hoping she'd get the dub, but it was Tony. A great match that included biting feet from Tony Storm, And then a surprise appearance by Ronda Rousey. I mean, did Monet approve this? Did she approve her appearance? And I saw this on Twitter, and this made me laugh. Mox versus Takeshita. Both my boys went to war, and it was damn good. You even had Mox biting Takeshita's eyeball. I'm like, bro, you a savage. Great sportsmanship at the end. And I feel like Okada is going to have another leg up on Takeshita and talking shit in the next couple weeks. He's back, and he's out for blood, out to get Mox. He had Mox running. Babes of Wrath versus Mega Cross. This match sort of came and went for me. I knew they were going to drop the titles. Evidently, you had Willow versus Lena Cross earlier on 0 Hour. And, Lena lost, so she already wore out, Willow. And they jumped her at the end of the match. So I knew they were going to drop the titles. Harley Cameron held it down, though, for her team, especially in the beginning, the early stages of the match. But again, for me, it just came and went. Swerve and Brody King for the title of Who's the Most Dangerous Man in AEW. Swerve retains that title. But I can tell you what, man, the amount of bacchiotomies I felt like needed to be had in this match was insane. It was not an easy dub for Swerve at all. Both guys went in. Swerve tried to cinder block Brody King, but that's when Kenny Omega came out to save him. Tekla and Statlander didn't disappoint. We had a point where the ref was knocked out and Tekla decided to rob him of his belt to use against Statlander. Worked for a minute, but when Statlander tried to, turn the tide, that's when the ref caught Statlander with his belt. Like, what are you doing? Tekla retains. We had Don Callis family versus Mystico and Jet Speed. This was a banger of a match. I tell you what, Davis and his pile drivers are some nasty, nasty work. The one he did tonight felt like, I felt like Knight broke his neck. But in the end, and new. Trios champions. I like the mask they came out with, Jet Speed. That was pretty cool, paying homage to Mystico. And then we found out Mystico is now all elite. And I want to note that UFO splash that Knight did was really out of this world. He flew across that ring, had some great distance. Bandito and Andrade put on a hell of a banger. You had the usual, Bandito going into the crowd. He picked up 2 tonight. 2 ladies tonight getting their numbers and stuff. But this was great work by both men. I expected nothing less. There were a couple of times I was like, damn, Bandito's trying to pick up Andrade and do these crazy moves from the top turnbuckle. I'm like, man, don't drop him. We had Strong, Cassidy, and Allen versus the Dogs. And I tell you, the Dogs came in, they were running with heat at first. And it took a little bit of strategy by Darby, Roderick Strong, and Cassidy to actually get this victory. They had the zip tie, Gabe Kidd all the way out there. Then Finlay, they had him knocked out in the ring, and that's when they just had Connors to themselves in the ring, and it was a wrap for him. The spear to Darby and the Doomsday device that was done to him right after was some nasty work. And then Darby skateboarding on Gabe Kidd's skull was like insane. Great match. The main event. If this match is not for the faint of heart, not only the blood, the shattered glass, and the syringe that even MJF used on Hangman, like this had me like cringing like a couple times. This match was nothing short of a horror movie. MJF paying homage to Terry Funk, in his attire. And then, even the cameraman, like, I guess he got so close to Hangman towards the end where Hangman fell right in front of him. Blood was on his lens, and they kept it that way. You could see it the whole time. Like, I mean, great match, but if you ain't in the blood and all the shenanigans and all this hardcore, very hardcore style of wrestling, weapons and all that stuff, stay away. But if you are into this stuff, tap in. Definitely worth watching. Banger of a match. Overall, how I feel about Evolution? Certified banger. I enjoyed every single one of these matches, even the lightest one with the Babes of Wrath versus Mega Cross. I still enjoyed it, but everything hit for me. How'd y'all feel? Let's talk about it.